2. I will talk about telephone by Alexander Graham Bell. Alexander invented many things. The many things, very famous thing is telephone. His father was big teacher and his father was deaf, so he was very interested about hearing and sound. When Alexander was 15 years old, he began to teach speech to deaf students because he wanted to help them. He wanted to communicate with his mom, so he began studying about sound and speech. When in Boston, he met many inventors. He had ideas for invention, so he worked on his invention. While he was working on that, he got even simpler idea. What if voices could travel by wire from place to place? Alexander needed someone who can help him, so Thomas Watson became his assistant. He wanted to convert sound into electricity. They succeeded the telephone test. Before the telephone, people had to send letters. This took a very long time. His telephone changed the way we communicate. He spent his life helping others in many ways. Like Alexander, I want to make inventions for people. I thought about my invention that can help people who don't have eyes or hands. I want to invent an AI automatic pencil for them because they can't write and draw. This pencil is very convenient to them because they can just talk to AI automatic pencil. Pencil name is AI with teeth. If they say something that they want, AI automatic pencil will draw or write. I hope they are happy with my invention. In the future, I will make AI automatic pencil, so I will give them the dream they want. Thank you. We talk about the pencil process. Did you ever think about the pencil is shaped like a diamond? The pencil is mainly made of graphite. Graphite is only made of cardboard. Diamond is also made of cardboard. Cardboard is formed in different ways. So diamond is very hard, but graphite is so soft and broke easily, and it leaves a black mark on the paper. Early pencil and eraser. They use the graphite wrapped in a string in a pencil and a breadcrumbs with the eraser. The problem was that it was too difficult to carry. John Nicholas John Cotton, he was born in France in August 4th, 1055, and he died on December 6th, 1805. He was actor at a hot air balloon. One day he had an accident at the hot air balloon, so he got his mind to the pencil. One day at the work, the government said to him to make a pencil that is easy to carry. So he started to make a pencil. He invented the pencil in 8 days. John Nicholas wanted to make a pencil. Cotton had the idea of mixing powder graphite with clay and bake in a kiln at hot temperature to make a tie. They pressed the material between two half cylinders of wood. This formed the model pencil. The pencil gratings. The hardest pencils have more clay. HB is the middle, H is hard, F is green, B is black. This is how the pencil is made. First, we start with a square wood. People cut into many pieces and make it into a cylinder, and then put a graphite between them. The pencil with different barrels is not only the hexagon triangle, or circle. There is a flat pencil too. Secondly, this is the two famous pencils. Famous Mars Watergram and famous Castle is two famous pencils. This is what I saw in the pencil museum. That is the factory's name. I went to the pencil museum at August 3rd, 2023. This is the pencil stubs. This is the pencil stubs that I saw in the museum. This is the people that use the pencil to make a book and write a book about the pencil. My invention is a magic pencil. The magic pencil has two ways to use. You can write or draw on the empty space on the air. It will last for the time I choose and it will disappear. Like to a letter, you can write to someone and choose a time that when the time is over, it will disappear. Thank you for listening.
Tim Berners-Lee made the internet. He is a British computer scientist. He is famous as the father of the internet for inventing www and URL and HTTP. Without him, IT companies such as Google, Facebook, Amazon, Naver, and Kakao would be delayed. Why did the person invent it? Because Tim Berners-Lee worked for the European Physical Particle Institute. There are scientists with different nationalities. Tim Berners-Lee wanted to speak and share about different space living information. At this time, they were exchanged only in the form of messages. So he made sure the video and voice from the internet equal worldwide at. How did it have changed the world? Long ago, people in the past shared information with difficulty, but since he invented the internet, it has become convenient to communicate information. Colleagues, we can communicate with Earth's opposite side people in real time. There is one thing that I would tell you guys. You should be careful when being on the internet because it can be hacked. So the internet values personal information. The internet is strict about security, and always don't forget it. I draw on internet. Look around in my work. I invented the Jocklobot. Now I will tell about the Jocklobot future. Now I will tell about the Jocklobot future. Jocklobot future 1. It always had interesting stories. Jocklobot future 2. It became more popular because friends listen to it and have fun. Jocklobot future 3. There's a funny story in the valley. Through this project, I learned more about the internet. And I learned that Tim Berners-Lee is a great person. I didn't know there was a deep history of the internet. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the invention of the Google search engine. The background of Google search engine. When Larry Page was encouraged, finding information for homework was really hard. He had to go to the library and look at lots of books and newspapers to find what he needed. Back then, the internet had some first websites, but they were super slow and didn't work very well. So Larry Page, together with his friend Sergey Brin, invented the Google search engine. How Google search engine invention changed the world. 1. Everyone can now easily find information. In the past, people had to go to the library to find information. Google search saves people time and effort. It makes it easy to search for everyday information like the better a thing we don't know. Word 2. People can search in many languages from around the world. Google lets you search not only in English but also in many other languages like Korea, China, and France. It can even translate texts from other countries so you can understand what it means. Thanks to this, you can easily learn about information from around the world, even if you don't know spoken language. Word 3. Advantages help connect businesses and people better. Thanks to Google, even small shops can advertise online and sell products to more people. People can now easily find new jobs and fun activities they want to try. Word 4. It helps connect people better with each other. Thanks to Google Maps, we can easily find places we've never been to before. Thanks to Google Translate, we can now communicate with people from other countries. We invented and get better. Now you can even search using your voice. Google has also released products like Google Phone and Google Speaker. Nowadays, Google has even launching AI technology. My invention. I want to create glasses that allow searching with the screen in front of your eyes without needing a motor. This will free your hand, allowing you to search for the information you need anywhere. This will be a lighter and more convenient computer. I will name it Glasses Computer. Thank you for listening.
Today, the invention I will introduce is electric light. Who was invented? Thomas Edison invented electric light. He lived from 1847 to 1931. He was an inventor who invented many things, such as the phonograph, electric light, and the movie. He did not go to school much, but he loved to read. I like reading books too. This is what Edison and I have in common. Why did the dead person invent it? Early electric lights like this burned out quickly and used a lot of energy, and they were not safe. Edison made a safe electric light. The electric light that he made didn't cost much. He experimented with more than 1,600 materials, and he wrote over 40,000 pages of notes. Then he invented the most efficient method of electric light. This light bulb, invented by him, was first used in 1879 in Menlo Park, California. How did it help people? The electric light lit up the dark night. This allowed people to live without any inconvenience at night. Maintaining their daily life must be invented over time. Did it get better? I'll tell you a secret that I was mistaken about a story. Most people today do not use the kind of electricity Edison invented. Today we use electricity in a way created by another inventor, Nikola Tesla. My thought. I think this video is interesting because I didn't know electric light. If there were no electric lights, I would have played only a little and probably slept all day. And I could play a little outside at night. Edison worked really hard to make inventions, again and again. My mother always says that effort is really important. I prepared this presentation diligently to learn this point. I put my heart and soul into creating invention. Now I will introduce my invention. It is a product that will help people in their daily name is Finalist shoe wearing machine. The reason I made this invention is because it was inconvenient to step on the floor or get yourself dirty to find and put on shoes. To use this machine, you choose the shoes you want, put your feet in the shoes hole, and the machine will automatically put your shoes on. If you have this machine, you don't have to look for your shoes in the shoes rack, and you don't have to bend down to put your shoes on. This machine can solve this problem. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Bombi Cook from grade 2. Today I'm going to talk about iPhone. The youngest great man, Steve Jobs, invented iPhone. He invented iPhone by being interested to electronics and loved machines. Also, his dad knew how to repair machines, so he made a company named Apple. He liked fruits. Among them, he thought Apple was the best. He changed the world by inventing iPhone. So, in the iPhone, there's an app called Camera. In the camera, we could take photos and videos. When we take videos, then we could hear our voices and other people's voices. I think he was very creative and smart because he invented iPhone, but he didn't invent the computer or the mouse or the MP3 player, but he gathered all the things and made the iPhone. iPhone is reinvented over time because long ago it was buttons, but now it's touchscreens. I want to invent an apple cap and a brainwave app. This is the model of the apple cap. This can help us when we can go to the hospital or not. Because inside the brainwave app and the apple cap, there will be many strings, and one of it can connect with the internet with the brainwave app, and one of it can connect with the brainwave. So I hope this invention in the future will help people for better lives and happy lives. Thank you for listening to my speech. Have a great day.
The book title is Invention, the story of Kurt in the kitchen by Helen Steele. Before we don't have the refrigerator, we put in any cold place. Sometimes put in the room of cold case and the cool liver. And purpose the food long time, they biscuit or some meat or curry food. The story of the refrigerator. First, we had the spring up. Next, we had the iPhone. Now, we had the icebox. Now, we had the refrigerator. First, William Children was invented with the both of the parent of the refrigerator. Jacob Tippett was invented first person made the parent of the refrigerator. He was very poor man because he invented refrigerator in first people in 1876. He was very good engineer. He was made the refrigerator in his most life. He was high owner around the world. Invention of the refrigerator made our life easy. Keep the dirt temperatures stay our food more fresh. Did you know that many gases refrigerator system can be helpful to environment? After I studied about the refrigerator, I thought it is many parts in the refrigerator. First, we need to use the refrigerator solar system. Refrigerator. Next, we have to permit the cooling system. My invention is glass refrigerator. You can find food rather long time. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Julie. Today, I'm going to talk about Steve Jobs Thinking Differently by Patricia Lincoln. Chapter 1, Childhood. Chapter 2, Adult. Chapter 3, How iPhone created. Chapter 4, My opinion, conclusion, and my invention. Chapter 1, Childhood. The Steve Jobs grew very poor, but keeps showing interest in technology and how it works. So his early curiosity helped him later in his life. Chapter 2, Adults. The Steve Jobs was the objective, where the device combined the music player, phone, and mini computer. So he invented a cell phone called iPhone. Chapter 3, iPhone created. The first iPhone was available in Macworld 2007 and released later that year. By the end of the 2009, iPhone model had been released in all major markets. And the iPhone was created by the team of engineering and designer at Apple, led by Steve Jobs. A company was co-founder and former CEO. Also, Steve Jobs was careful and contributor to development and collaborative efforts involving other members of Apple's workforce. Chapter 4, My opinion. The first iPhone could only calling and some kind of little thing, but in 2010, it adds a camera system and communication system. This example of YouTube or Google. Today we can use iPhone comfortably. Conclusion. Steve Jobs didn't give up, so it get good effect, so I will not give up. My invention. I invented a rubber airplane. It was tough. How does it work? It works with rubber band because the rubber band propels spin too, so it can fly. And thanks for listening, by Julie.
Right.
Hello everyone, I'm Lena. Today I'm going to talk about how Braille was invented by Louis Braille. Louis Braille was a blind person. When he was 3 years old, his left eye got hurt while he was playing with his left eye. But his right eye was infected, so he couldn't use both eyes. When he grew older, he was disappointed because he couldn't see and read books at his school. So he went to school which was for blind students. There were books that blind kids could read, but there were only few books. Also, in all of the books, the letters were so big and hard to read for students. So Louis wanted to make new letters and more books for blind people and solve this problem. While he was thinking about more books and new letters, Charles Berger, an army captain who invented night riding, came to Louis' school and taught students the night riding. The
to make books was impossible because night writing was not for writing full sentences. It was created for giving short military commands. So Louis decided to make new letters instead of using the night writing. He made a cell of 6 dots and assigned a number to each dot. He chose how many dots would be used in each alphabet and where the dots would be placed. After 3 years later, the alphabet was invented and it was named Braille. With Braille, blind people could read as much as they want. Also, blind people could learn and read books easily. Some blind people could graduate from good colleges. Today, there are some people who went to great colleges with Braille too. For example, Helen Gurma graduated from Harvard Law School even though she was a blind and deaf person. Like Louis Braille, I want to make my own invention for blind people. I want to make a crown that will help blind people to see. Because blind people cannot see, they might be dangerous outside even though they have guide dogs or light canes. So my invention will help the blind people to live safe life and it will help them to feel comfortable. If the blind people put the crown on their head, their brains will perceive the real-time scenes that will be shown by the camera, which is on the crown. The crown will connect the real-time scenes with people's brains, so their brains will be able to perceive the scenes. So, people's brains will play the role of eyes. And if there is something dangerous, the crown will make a sound and keep people safe from the danger. Some people might think the crown was weird, so I will make 3 types of my invention including the crown. I will invent caps, hairbands, and crowns. I have 2 dreams, but one of them is being a brain scientist. So I'm going to become a brain scientist in the future. And if the scientific technology is developed, I will find a great mechanical engineer and make my invention together. I hope I really can make my invention in the future. Also, I hope my invention can make all of blind people's life convenient and safe. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Stella. Before I introduce myself, let me ask you, do you know what an invention is? An invention is something that makes our daily lives easier and enjoyable. It can be something bizarre or handy. Today, I will tell you the history of the famous sport basketball. You might think basketball isn't an invention, but actually it is. Basketball is considered an invention because it was a new idea created by someone. That's how I came to read this book, Basketball, written by Larry Miller. Basketball was invented by Dr. James Naismith, who was a teacher in Massachusetts. He wanted his students to exercise even during the cold, freezing winters. So he came up inventing a winter sport. He nailed a peach basket up on the wall, took a few throws, and hit the remarkable goal. He called a new sport basketball. That's how our exciting sport was invented. Dr. Naismith has finally found a way to help children stay active in winter. Basketball quickly spread like wildfire across the country, becoming especially popular in schools. Its popularity grew because it was easy to set up and play. In the U.S., players all ages played basketball. The sport gained even more attention in the 1949 when the National Basketball Association (NBA) was born. After that, basketball became one of the major sports we know today. Professional leagues like the NBA are contributing significantly to the global economy. Basketball was improved because the rules were changed, the color of the basketball got different, and the material used got improved. Here are some important rules of basketball. First, the game consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 12 minutes with a 10-minute break in between. Next, there are 5 starters and 7 substitutes, but only 5 players can be on the court at a time. Third, team has unlimited substitution rights. Lastly, if a team does not attempt a score within 24 seconds, the ball is passed to the opposing team. Now, let me introduce a superstar in basketball history, Michael Jordan. He was a record-breaking player and earned the nickname Air Jordan because of his amazing leaping ability. And he also led the globalization of the NBA. Basketball was originally invented for a sport for winter, and now there are even wheelchair basketball. Inspired by this, I came up with another winter sport for disabled people. Skiing. There are already skis for non-disabled people, but my idea involves a special ski with boots with sensor buttons on it. Since the legs are in the boots, they could just move their arms to ski. But it would be hard to balance on one leg. So, the buttons are sensors that give vibrations to the legs to help them balance. I hope my invention will help disabled people enjoy skiing and exercise. I'm not sure if I can make this invention myself, but perhaps in the future someone else might make it or I will. Whoever invents it, I hope it brings joy and benefits to many. Now let's end with a short quiz. The men's basketball league is called the NBA. Then what is the women's basketball league called? How?
Yeah. So,
Can you guess the name of the person who was in Chicago Bulls, Tennessee? No. Paul?
Brandon?
I'm Randy. So, I think it's Michael Jordan.
Jacob?
Maybe Air Jordan?
Yeah. You're correct, Air Jordan. Basketball was invented by the simple idea of Dr. James Naismith, but has now become one of the most popular sports in the world. Through the history and development of basketball, we can clearly understand how sport can make a big impact on society. In this sense, basketball is not just a game, but a combination of human efforts and invention. I also hope that my invention for disabled people, skis with sensor buttons on it, will help disabled people enjoy and do sports exercise. Now, you know the history of basketball. Thanks for listening to my presentation.
It's a gift?
Okay, thank you, Della. Now, guys, why was why was a basketball invented? Stop, shut up.
Because it was a winter sport. It's very cold outside, so
Yeah, so it was too cold outside. Yeah, so the teacher made it to make the students exercise in cold weather, right? So it's an indoor sports. What was her invention? Jiwoon? Okay. 하령? Ski for? This disabled people, right? Speaking for disabled people. I hope that Della, one day you can invent something like that. Alright, however, next up will be from this one, Wendy.
Alright, shh, guys. Like I said, I'm watching.
Hello everyone, my name is Wendy and I'm going to talk about Wright brother with taking flights. There was Wright brother and Oliver wanted to fly just like Peter plane. Some years later, they are hard at work. They have the paper folding machines, they have the paper presses, they have the best bicycle. But they want to build a machine that could fly. So they first build a builder, but it doesn't have any control in the air. One afternoon, River goes to bicycle shop. He puts an empty box with his hand, and the solution dawned on him. Using that idea, they built the machine. They built a wing that could twist like a bird. They tested on Kitty Kawak. Rupert tested something was wrong and it started to the ground. So they researched a few months later. And they asked some co-pilots. And they fly it, but there are more problems. They don't have any engine that is strong and light. The brothers flew again and again to test their machine. They worked in secret to perfect their machine. And finally, in 1908, they are ready for their machine. When they tried their machine, there was a problem. Oliver, the flyer's rattle out of control and is smashing onto the ground. Oliver was terribly hurt. And some years later, he got okay. Soon their fame spread around the world. Next is my invention. My invention is fruit picking drone. It is for those who harvest fruit. Because the drone picks the fruit for you, so you can work more conveniently. I draw an arm for drone to pick fruit. Thank you for listening.
Oh, he has a little video. Yeah, I know. She's gonna do it for you.
a simple question. Did you ever dream of flying? Many people dream of flying when they are young. And even airplanes started with a dream. So today we're going to go through the invention. I'm going to talk about who invented it, how and why the Wright brothers invented it, how it helped people and changed the world, and how airplanes were reinvented over time, my opinion about airplanes, and new ideas of my own about airplanes. Airplane is a powered flying vehicle with fixed wings and a weight greater than the air. An airplane flies by an engine and turns by twisting its wings. Fun fact, did you know airplanes can't go backwards by themselves because they don't have an engine on their wheels? Who invented it? Wilbur and Orville Wright were American inventors who invented the first airplane. The airplane they made could turn sideways and fly for a long time. Also, the Wright brothers were a printer, publisher, bicycle retainer, and a manufacturer before becoming an airplane inventor. How and why the Wright brothers invented the airplane? Orville and Wilbur Wright were always interested in making, thanks to their mother. They always volunteered to make or fix stuff. Then one day, their father got them a toy that flies with a rubber band and a propeller. They were so excited and fascinated by the toy that they spent the whole day watching it fly around their house. After graduating high school, the Wright brothers started making an airplane after getting a job as a bicycle retainer and had enough money to make an airplane. When they were making the airplane, they tried really many times with several types of engines. And finally, in 1903, they made a successful airplane that could fly in the air for a long time and had an engine. This is the development process of their airplane. So in 1999, it was just a plan, and then on 1900, it was just a glider, and then on 1901, it was a glider that a person could ride, and then on 1902, it was a glider that a person could ride and could turn sideways, and on 1903, they made an airplane. How the airplanes help people and change the world. Airplanes help people by transporting goods or humans to another place. Airplanes made the world closer to each other. Also, airplanes were used in military uses with many purposes. How airplanes were reinvented over time. As time passed, people used airplanes more and more on military usage. Then there was a rapid development on fighter jets and airliners. Still, airplanes are being reinvented. There are some airplanes that can do amazing things, such as stealth fighter jets and supersonic transporters. My opinion about airplanes. I think airplanes could be bad in some size because they cause a lot of damage in war. But I think that airplane is also good because they help pulling the world closer together and transporting goods and people, and I think it is very useful in our daily lives. So as a conclusion, I think airplanes shouldn't be used in military usage and only used in airlines. New ideas of my own about airplanes. I have two ideas I want to add on the airplanes. And first, I would like to replace the jet engine with electrical engines, which will cause no sound, and conserve fuels since an airplane uses 10 to 11 tons of fuels in just one ride. So I think it would save the world by conserving fossil fuels and also let the neighbors nearby the airports live more comfortable because there will be no noise in the airports. Second, I would like to put a VIP sit where the jet engine used to be because the electrical engine is small enough to fit inside the airplane. I think this would be good because people who are disabled or people who don't like crowded place can sit there and also they can see the airplane going through the air, not only sideways and also front. Thank you for listening.
There are many aspects. He wants cars, bicycles, and people to go to safely. Traffic lights help everyone by showing when to stop, go, or slow down, making streets all over the world. Over time, traffic lights have changed a lot. The timers, more sensitive, and the development better. I have an idea for super smart traffic lights. These traffic lights will have cameras and the cameras will carefully. If we warn people mistake, breaking the rules, like running on red light or speeding. If there is a big problem, it can either send a message to the police or help. I think this smart traffic lights could make rules more safer for everyone. With this invention, Edison, what happens listen over. And people will feel more secure on the road. Thanks for listening.
Hello everyone, I'm Jacob. Today I'm going to talk about an invention that changed the world. It is called a toilet that is made by John Harrington. Table of contents. First, what is a toilet? Second, who invented the toilet? Why did he make the toilet? How did it work? How did it help people? Was it reinvented over time? My new idea for the toilet, my invention. Toilet. So a toilet is something that people use to do our business in the toilet. We use toilets every day when we're going to the bathroom to do our bathroom needs. Flush toilets are useful because we use toilets every day and it is more convenient than the toilets that we used in the old days. Who invented the toilet? So John Harrington invented the first flush toilets. Flush toilets are the most common type of toilet that we use. It uses water to flush human waste away. When the flush toilet was invented, it was not convenient because it smelled a lot. But over time, the flush toilets got better and it became a design that we use nowadays. Why did he make the toilet? John Harrington invented the first flush toilet in 1596 to make bathrooms cleaner and more private. In the picture, there was the picture of the old toilet, so everyone used it in the same place. So to solve that problem, he made the first flush toilets, which didn't smell a lot, and it also gave them more private spots. By toilets, we can see that the technology is getting better over time. How did it work? But do you know how the toilets work? So first, we do our business in the toilet. And second, when you're done, we press the flush button and then it automatically sends water to the flush basket. Then third, the water moves everything down the drain, and after the water clears everything, more water comes for the next flush. How did it help people? How did the toilets help people? So first, clean and safe. Flush toilets helps people in their daily lives cleaner and safer by preventing the germs. Like in the drain, when you use the old toilets, there might be germs and the smell coming out. So John Harrington's toilet helps that. So comfort. Second, they provide a more comfortable space experience with less smell compared to older toilets. Third, privacy. John Harrington's toilet provides a private space unlike public toilets. Was it reinvented over time? So after many centuries, Alexander Cummings invented the S-trap, which was another version of the toilet in which the pipe was curved in like an S letter. So it helped reduce the smell that happened in the toilet, so it became another version of the toilet. So right there, that is the old toilet that John Harrington made, and then the S-trap, and then the toilet that we use nowadays. My new idea for the toilet. So my new idea is the smart AI toilet. So it is a toilet with a conversational feature and music to make it less boring. So when you're in the bathroom, it takes a long time, so you can talk with the toilet or like play some music so it will not be boring. Second, a toilet that checks your urine and stool to give you health information. So like people want to know if they're healthy or not. So I have a new idea. So the toilets can talk to us like if they're healthy. And third, a toilet that removes your smell and purifies the air after use. So even though it flushes everything away, the smell is still there sometimes. So we add a toilet that removes smell and purifies the air. My invention. My new invention is called a solar charge hat. I have invented a functional hat that can be charged using a solar panel. So there are many times that people forgot to charge their phones. So using a solar panel, they can charge your phone's devices and then it will work. It can work because when there's sunny, you wear a hat, and in the top there's a solar panel. So the solar panel gets sunlight, and we can charge our devices, even the sunny days. So how is it going to help people? So first, it is eco-friendly because the solar charge hat uses solar panels, and it is helping to care for the environment. It is an eco-friendly item with energy saving by using solar energy. Portable charger. It can be used anytime when there is sunlight on a sunny day without electricity. Thank you for your attention. Bye.